Let's go ahead and get right into it. A little review from last night. Conley, he went over his points. Luka did not. I thought Luka would. Thought he was going to get there the way he was playing in the second half. He missed some open shots. Thought he was going to get there, but he didn't. DeMar DeRozan came up just a little bit short. Disappointed in that pick also. Kevin Durant, he went over on rebounds for the Bucks and for Prizepicks. I think he had 8 rebounds. And Drew Eubanks hit one free throw, which I thought was definitely a give me pick from last night. So you did okay if you used the picks. I used Conley, Luka, Durant, and Eubanks in some plays. So I did profit on the night from that. So hey, let's go at it again tonight. Let's get right into it. First player I'm looking at is Chris Middleton, 18.5 points, playing Boston. No projections right now on him for his projected points. He is minus 135 to go over, plus 105 to go under. Let's look at Chris Middleton a little closer. You can see in his last game, he had a huge game where he had 34 points. I think they're going to try to round him into shape for the playoffs. I expect him to be more aggressive. He's trying to get rounded into shape for the playoffs because they need him to win it all. Playing a very good Boston defense. This is a potential Eastern Conference final matchup. I think both teams come out and be very aggressive tonight, and we see the best of both teams, which means we're going to see the best of Chris Middleton, which means we're going to see over 18.5 points. That's just what I think. Second play I'm looking at is going to be from that same game and his teammate. And we're looking at Drew Holiday. We're looking at his assist. Line is 6.5, projection 7.54, minus 140 favorite to go over, plus 110 to go under. He's hit this mark in 6 straight games. Let's look at Middleton. Let's look at Holiday a little closer. As you can see, in 9 out of his last 10 games, he's went over 6.5 assists. Let's look at his last 30. In his last 30 games, he's went over 23 out of 30 times, which is 77%. So he hits this over consistently, over 6.5 assists. And versus Boston, in 2 games, he's had 7 assists in both games. Prizepick pushed the line up to 7. So if he got 7, it would push. He would still win on Prizepicks. Assist allowed. Boston's one of the best in the league, but you can see he's got 7 in each game against Boston. So depends on which way you want to go on this one. I think this one is tight. This one is close. Can't see why history changed itself, but and I think when was the last? I think Holiday's been out for a few games. Let's check that real quick. Oh, he's been playing. So hey, he's in form and he's ready to go. Milwaukee's favored by 2. Maybe with the sportsbooks line, you're looking at it over. Maybe with the Prizepicks line, you may stay away. But hey, we'll do some more research and see which way we're going to go on this one. The third pick I'm looking at is Najee Marshall. I'm telling you, we're going to look at his. Let's go to the New Orleans Pelicans versus Denver game. And we're going to look at Najee Marshall's points, rebounds, and assists. His prop on the night is 11.5. The projection is 17.28. Minus 120 to go over, minus 110 to go under. He's hit this mark in 17 straight games. We cannot come off Marshall yet. So, as I said, in 17 straight games, he's done it. His last 30, he's done it in 24 out of his 30. That's 80% of his games. This is an incredible number. But remember, all streaks do end. He's playing a good defense tonight, who ranks number 1 against rebounds against his position, number 5 overall against his small forward position. Decent against points allowed. So be careful. I'm not telling you which way to go on this one. I'm going to do a little bit more research. Just remember, all streaks come to an end, and maybe tonight. But he's went over for 17 straight games. And the final player I'm looking at we only have 2 games on the slate tonight. That's Boston versus Milwaukee, New Orleans Pelicans versus Denver. So I'm only giving you 4 picks from what I see. And we're gonna go with we're gonna look at. Let's go back here. We're going to rebounds. And we're going to look at the Boston-Milwaukee game. And we're going to look at Al Horford. Let's see where Al is at. Okay, Al is down here. His prop is 5.5. His projection is 5.37. Minus 135 to go over, plus 105 to go under. Let's look at Al a little closer. As you can see, in his last 30 games, Al is 50%. 15 out of 30, he's went over 5.5 assists. And you can get this line on Prizepicks also at 5.5. Let's look at his last 10. Last 10, only 40%. 4 out of 10. But look over here. Milwaukee is one of the worst against the center position when it comes to rebounds allowed, offensive rebounds allowed, and defensive rebounds allowed. When you see the green in props.cash, it's good for the offensive player. And versus Milwaukee this year, he had 4 rebounds in the only game he's played against Milwaukee this year. Just all we have to take all that in consideration. Let's show last season. Let's see if they give us last season. Last season, and what we're looking at now, you can see that Al went over 5 rebounds in 8 out of 9 games. That's a very important stat. It is from last year. He's just only played 1 game against Milwaukee this year. So another thing to take into consideration, I think that's why the bettors are leaning toward over the 5.5. As you can see, even up here at -6, it's minus 123, -7. At 7, he's minus 109 in some places. So we'll do a little bit more research. Again, only 1 meeting this year, but the historical factor shows that Al Horford likes to rebound against Milwaukee. So, hey, we'll look at it a little bit more and see which way we're going to go. But that is all the picks I have for today. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. All those things be greatly appreciated. Get my premium picks down at Patreon. The link is down in the description. It's running across the screen right now. Until the next video, peace.